All right, so let's see how we can print out something like this, right? So here, I'll say again, my controlling variable is going to be num. Num equals to 0. So I'll say while num is less than 5, okay? Since it is less than 5, so 5 is not going to be included in it, right? If we want to include 5, then we can say less than or equals to 5, okay? Cool. So here we'll say print. Remember, in every iteration, this num is containing the counting, right? So here I'll say num plus equals to 1. Now you might be wondering that, hey, what is this? So this is the short form of writing this same thing. So num plus equals to 1 means number or num equals to num plus 1. So the result for this and this statement is exactly same, right? So this is just the shorthand of writing num equals to num plus 1. If I want to write num equals to num plus 2, I'll simply say num plus equals to 2 or num plus equals to 5 or whatever, right? Whatever increment I want. Okay, now the main thing. If you look closely, this part of the string is same in every output, right? So first of all, we'll write that part. So colon space hello, right? This is going to be constant. So let's write it as it is. And then we have to include a variable which is number in the beginning of this string. So we will format the string. How do we format the string? Writing f and then adding a curly bracket, and we will write num over here. And yeah, that's it. Run it. Oh, it says invalid syntax. Oh, actually, we have a few dots over here. It should not be here. Now let's run it again. Okay, fine, perfect. It is working fine. So what is actually happening over here is number equals to 0. So this condition is true. 0 is less than 5. Yeah, that is true. So now num is basically 0. So when it is printing out, it is saying print num. So num is 0, and then it is printing rest of the string as it is. Then it comes to the next line. So it is incrementing num. So previously it was 0. Now it becomes 1. So it comes back over here, checks the condition. Condition is still true. Then it comes back to the print statement, and then it checks out, hey, what was the value of num? Now num is 1. Hence 1 colon hello is printed. The moment 4 colon hello is printed, now num is 4 actually. So when 4 plus equals to 1, this line is executed. It becomes 5. Num becomes 5. So is num is less than 5 is less than 5? No, this is false. So it comes out of the loop. If I make it like this, num is less than or equals to 5. Now 5 will also be included, right? For the obvious reasons. Here we go. Now you see 5 is also included over here. If I want to run it backwards, for example, I want to print 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then I'll be writing the same loop with a few changes. First of all, my counting is going to start from 5. So num is not going to 0. It is going to be 5. Okay. And this condition will not stay the same. This condition will become while num is greater than or equals to 5. Right? Okay, fine. Let's run it. Let's dry run it. So it is saying num is 5. So right now, is num is greater than 5? No. Is num equals to 5? Yes. So this condition becomes true. So it will print 5 colon hello. And then we are saying num plus equals to 1. So num is already 5. Num will become 6. Then it will go back. So 6 is greater than 5. Yes, this is true. And this statement will, this print statement will be executed again. Now num will become 7. Then it will become 8. Then it will become 10. And it will go on and on and on. And this loop will never end. Let's see. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But what was the goal? The goal was to print it backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let me first of all interrupt it so that it stops. Yeah, it stopped execution. So if I want to run it backwards, then I don't have to increment num. I have to decrement in num. So num plus equals to 1. I have to replace num plus equals to 1 with num minus equals to 1, which is equivalent to num is equals to num minus 1, right? Cool. Now if I run it, oh, it says it only prints it once. Why? Because it is saying num is 5, 5 is equals to 5, yes, so it prints out this one. Then it is decrementing in num, so num becomes 4. So 4 is greater than or equals to 5? No, that is not true. So it should be like num is less than or equals to 0, because we have to go backwards towards 0. So if I run it again, come on. Okay. What do you think? Why it is not working right now? By the way, I know the solution. I'm just giving you guys opportunity to think, right? So whenever you want to think, you just pause the video and think about it. Now, and how do you think? Try to dry run it in your mind. So now what is happening? Number is 5. It is printing nothing, right? So number is 5. Is 5 less than or equals to 0? 5 is neither less than 0 nor equal to 0. So this condition is also incorrect. So what should be the correct condition? The correct condition should be number should be greater than or equals to 0. Now see, number is 5. So 5 is greater than or equal to 0? Yes, correct. It will run. Now it will become 4. 4 is greater than or equal to 0? Yes, it will run. It will run until 0. When it reaches 0, num becomes negative 1. So now negative 1 is greater than or equal to 0? No, it will stop. So let's see. Here we go. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. When it reaches 0, number becomes negative 1. Negative 1 is neither greater than 0 nor equals to 0. So it becomes false and it comes out of the loop. I really hope it is making some sense in your mind. All right. So quickly, we have this loop available over here as it is. I want to make one change, right? I want to print out the number and hello world only for even numbers. Only for even numbers. Pause the video right here and try it by your end. From your end, by the way. How do we print even numbers? Yeah, we have the code for even numbers. Obviously, we'll have to use if else in combination with while loop, right? That is the hint. I think that's about it. Try to solve it. Pause the video. Otherwise, let's solve it together. Now, what do I want? I want this print statement to only execute if number is even. If it is odd, then I don't want this statement to be executed, right? So I will say if number, how do we check if number is even or odd? Number modulus 2 is equals to 0. If this is the case, then this print statement should be in the body of this if statement. My question is, should we add this driving variable update thing also in if statement? If we will do so, then it will only be updated when this if statement will be true. No, we don't want that. We want update on every iteration, right? Let's run it and let's see why it is printing out 4, 2, and 0. So basically, starting from 5. 5 is greater than equal to 0. Yeah, that is true. Fine. Then if statement. You find this check was fine. Loop will start, but is this if statement fine? No. Number, which is 5. 5 modulus 2 is actually 1, right? So 1 is equal to 0. No, this is false. This is false. So since this is false, this body will be ignored. This body will be ignored. Control will shift to the next line. What is num? Num is 5. 5 minus 1, 4. It will go back. Num is 4. 4 is greater than or equals to 0. Yes. It will come over here at if statement. 4 modulus 2, which is 0. So 0 is equals to 0. Yes, that is true. Since it is true, so it will execute this whole statement. So 4 colon hello is printed. Same is the case with 2. Same is the case with 0. And after 0, loop is ended. So this is how we can use if statement in combination with the while loop as well. And yeah, we can add this complexity to any level. We're right now, we're only using if statement. We can use if else. We can use if else, if else, if else as well, and so on and so forth, right? So go ahead and try to practice it at your end as well. And the next video, we have an assignment for you.